And I loved that Tom talked about energy management, because really in 2014 and beyond, the key to being a transformer is our ability to not only self-identify strengths and areas for improvement, but also our ability to adapt to the energetics realities of our behaviors and how it affects others. So how many of you know that there are people that literally walk into a room and they suck the life right out of it? Okay. Yeah? And you know those people. And by the way, this isn't poking fingers or turning to the person beside you going, yeah, that's you. Not about that. What it really is recognizing for us in this room where we are in the energy scale. Because if we're at an energy scale level of 4, I can promise you, you are not sucking the life out of a room, you are injecting energy into the room. And that's where we want to be as transformational agents, is we want to be very aware of the energetic impact we're having on not only our coworkers, our bosses, but our clients and our customers and our suppliers and our families, to be honest. Here, how many of you have noticed, for those of you that I have grown children, I'm a Zoomer Gen X customer, my kids are, I've got 2 stepsons, 33 and 31, and we have a daughter, 25. And how many of you have noticed that with Gen Ys, they do not hear negative feedback? Have you noticed this? Why? Because they've been wired that it's all good, that they're wonderful, because their parents told them they were wonderful. Okay, I'm not making fun of Gen Y. I'm saying this is what they have been, this is their upbringing, this is their conditioning. So that's why if I say to my 25-year-old daughter, Courtney, why did you do that? What were you thinking? I don't get any kind of response other than I can't talk to you and leave the room. You know, and then text me later saying, I don't like what you said to me. The point is, I have learned that all generations, all of us, respond really well when I come from level 4. Let me just review this for you, because all of you in this room, not very many of you will hang in level 1 and 2, but just in case. And by the way, we do fluctuate, so it's not like we're in one place all the time, but we're going for, remember I said micro-behavior, my goal as an individual is to spend 90% of my time in level 4. That's my personal goal, okay? But if you look at level 1 is where everything is personal. That's where your thought processes are things like, why does this always happen to me? How come I have to do all this work? Don't they know how hard I work? Why is this, how come she or he doesn't do what they're supposed to do? Okay, so that's where we take it personal. By the way, how many of you notice energetically, because you guys are very astute, how many of you would agree that the energy level of that thinking is probably right about here? It's low energy. Sucks the life right out of yourself and everybody else. But then if we go up to level 2, there's a little bit more energy, but it's not a heck of a lot better, but that's where we still blame. So we blame. We say things like, it's the company's fault, it's the government's fault, it's my parents' fault. Okay? And by the way, blame is still victim mentality. So personal and blame are victim, which means we are powerless, or we believe we are powerless to affect change in our own being and in others. And again, the energy level is probably a little bit higher than personal. Then we get to level 3, where we get to learn. And level 3 is a breath of air. It's, wait a second. Constant change has actually forced me to have to continue to learn. There is no apathy. There's no staying complacency. I have to consistently learn and grow. And when I learn and grow, I actually have a little bit more energy, which is about here. And level 4 is where I have only witnessed a number of leaders and people I've interacted with who are consistent with level 4, but you know them, because their energy absolutely transforms every space they walk into, because they come from a place of, I am here to serve you. I take care of my own needs. I make sure that I'm well. I make sure that I have resources. I focus on my thinking. I focus on transformational thinking. I focus on the future and the positive and the opportunity. I come up with creative solution. I see that I can share with you. It's not about my power individually. It's about us collectively. I can share what I know and therefore help you grow. Energy level, probably right about here. And so what we want to do as change agents, as change champions, is we want to elevate our energy up to that share level. And we want to get more creative in how we look at change.